Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Dan Sen, the young upcoming millionaire, coming at you with day number 12 of my 100-day entrepreneur journey. Guys, I'm really excited today. I have an interesting story for you. So recently I decided to look into this philosophy I've been hearing about for months, this philosophy that I really want to learn about. And I hear all these other entrepreneurs talking about it. They're like, man, you have to check out this book. You have to check out this book. You have to learn this philosophy. The book is called Go for No. Okay, it's a great, amazing book. Once again, it's called Go for No. I forget the author's name off the top of my head, but I think it's Andrew something. Either way, it's called Go for No. It's a very popular book amongst entrepreneurs because it displays the philosophy of not seeking success. Seeking success is how you fail, believe it or not. Seeking success, seeking a yes is how you fail. Seeking rejection, seeking no, seeking failure is how you win. Why? Well, did you know that only about 3% of people in this world are living their dreams, and only about 5% more or less are living what's called financial freedom? And the reason is why is because that 5% of people in the world have failed more than everyone else. Yes, I said it. They have failed more than everyone else. When every time they failed, they kept moving, and that's why they got the big payoff in the process of success, because failure is just part of the process. And in this amazing book, there's an amazing story used with this guy. He basically meets his clone, and the clone is his potential. And I don't want to ruin the story for you guys, but to make it short, he basically finds out that by having the philosophy, he was a salesman, by having the philosophy of seeking no's and rejections, you would be more successful than having the philosophy of being happy when people say yes. One great quote from the story, at one point he was approached by a manager in a store when he was going to college, and this is where his life changed to two different paths, making another mirror version of himself. The sales manager went up to him and said, hey, listen, I noticed you just sold that guy a $1,100 suit. He's like, yes, I did. Actually, I did. And he said, well, listen, how many things did that man say no to? And he just boastfully said, no, he didn't say no to anything. He said yes, he didn't say no to anything. He's like, well, let me ask you this then. How did he know he was done? Isn't that crazy, guys? How did he know he was done? In other words, do not seek yes, seek no. You want to hear people say no. You want to hear people reject you. Why? Because that means that you know for sure exactly what they want, and no doesn't mean no forever. It just means no, not now. It means no, not at this moment. In other words, what it means is that the person is basically giving you an objection, not a rejection. So the timing just isn't right. But if you seek yeses, you'll stay in your comfort zone and you'll let your momentum die. But when you pursue rejection, when you become comfortable with rejection, you put yourself in a position to absolutely win. Do you guys know that Michael Jordan, failed hundreds of games? He got dropped out of his, I think it was high school basketball team. Everybody told him he was a failure, and guess what? They were right. He was a failure. He was one of the biggest failures in basketball ever, and that's why he's a champion today, because he kept failing until he got better and better and better and got more and more success. And the same applies to entrepreneurship, even more so, if I might say, because entrepreneurs, what usually happens is they fail once, twice, 3 times, and they give up. Why? Because they think failure is permanent. You are not a failure if you fail. You are only a failure if you choose to stop trying and going. Let me say that again. You are only a failure if you choose to stop. But when you fail, you're in the process to success. That's how you succeed. Keep failing. Become comfortable with rejection. Become comfortable with no. Let's say some guy asks a girl on a date. She says no. That doesn't mean no forever. It just means no, not now. She may say no, get out of my face, but at the end of the day, she might just say yes in the future. You never know. It's the same thing with business. And you say no, a client says no. Okay, great. You ask them why. And you just keep asking them, keep asking them, keep asking them. One day they're going to say, you know what, I'll take a look. You know what, I'll give it a try. And who knows, it might change your life, guys. So the main concept of today's video I just want to share is that amazing story that I learned from this book, Go for No. It was absolutely worth the read, or I should say listen, because I listened to the audiobook. And I really recommend it for anybody in general, not just entrepreneurs, just for anybody. If you apply this philosophy to your life, then you'll be massively successful. Abraham Lincoln lost 8 presidential elections before he became president of the United States. Not only that, he failed miserably at multiple things much before that, many things. I think something with like stamps and mailing. The point of the matter is, guys, the more you fail, the more you're going to grow. Okay, you only choose to be a failure, but at the end of the day, by choosing to fail, you choose to be a champion. So thank you so much for tuning in to Dan San, Young Upcoming Millionaire. Day number 12. I really appreciate you guys coming by. I'd love to hear your thoughts and everything that I just shared today. And maybe some of you guys could try applying this philosophy. Let me know how it turns out for you. So thank you so much again, and you guys have a wonderful day.